Good Monday morning, everyone. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. So it's late, but it's here. It's your reveal, and you can't see your little black spider, but there it is. So last week I posted what does the next 3 months have in store for you. I posted this witch's boot, this black candle, and this black spider that you may not be able to see, but it's right here. I asked you guys to choose one, and this is the reveal. So I apologize that it's late. I had a lot of things going on, and they're still going on. Things are going to be a little chaotic for the next little while. We just had a death in the family. I'm obligated to go back to Vegas in November. The winter weather will be sticking in November, December here in Montana. Money is tight. So, yeah, just a few things going on. But other than that, I am happy to be here. I'm happy to bring you this reveal. If you have not seen the picture that I posted on Facebook or here on YouTube, this is your chance to pick an object. We have the witch's boot, pile number 1, the black candle, pile number 2, or the black widow, the black spider, pile number 3. So again, thank you guys for turning up and tuning in. Please share this. This is a 3 months in advance, so this would go to January 15th or 14th, because I'm recording it on the 14th. All right, let's get into it. I'll be right back. See you soon. All right, if you've chosen pile number 1, which is the witch's boot, late last week after I posted this, I struck a match. And this match has been in the boot since then. I took it out for video purposes because I didn't want it to look janky. So kind of what I feel with the boot in the match is that you are letting things go. You are really coming into a time of releasing, of walking out on things that no longer serve its purpose in your life, blowing out things. It's kind of like when you make that wish on the birthday cake and you blow out the candles and the energy from your breath and the wish that you make and the fire and the smoke and all of it just kind of go out into the universe. And this time, the breath, the fire, the smoke, the energy, the releasing, the letting go, the walking out, the recognizing, the taking accountability, all of it is now starting to pay dividends. Because I think that this time, I mean, you may have done this many times in the past, but you've always been repeating that same cycle, right? But this time, it's for good. This time, there was a shift, a light bulb moment, a change, a reckoning, if you will. And this time, it's for good. It's for good. So let's see what your reading is. We're going to start off with the energy oracle like I always do. So we have third chakra, Archangel Chemuel. That is the chakra of intuition. We have healer of the ages. I love that. And we have thinking woman. So I kind of feel like I said, this time it's different. This time a light bulb went off. This time you recognized, you realized, and it could have been by using your intuition, or it could have been just by sheer pure, I don't want to repeat this fucking cycle anymore. So I'm willing to step into my intuition. I'm willing to heal. I'm willing to ascend. I'm willing to climb those stairs. I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to transition. I'm willing to transform. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to adapt. I'm willing to let go of what no longer serves me. I'm willing to step into what does. I'm willing to move, to go, to get it done, to groove it. Move it. I love the thinking woman here because she is looking at things from a different perspective. I've never noticed that the book that she is holding is upside down. So she is looking at, it's upside down. she is looking at things from a different perspective as she is growing, as she is learning, as she is ascending. And she's allowing herself to heal from things from the past. And it's almost like closing a book, closing a chapter. I'm done with this. I am no longer looking at it from the perspective of being a victim. I'm no longer looking at it from the perspective of not being able to, or because I don't fit society standards I can't, or those, all of those excuses that we've used in the past. I'm no longer going to fit into that box or that category. Now I'm going to ascend. I'm going to open myself for something more, for something better. So let us see what our tarot cards have for us. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So to me, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who has lived a life full of lessons, and the gold that she's wearing represents the third chakra, the chakra of intuition. She is the divine goddess. She is the divine mother. She is capable of playfulness and abundance and being open and grateful and gratitude and thankful for everything that is in her life at the moment, and even the lessons that are learned, if that makes sense. We can be grateful for the things that we have gone through in life and still heal from them and use them as learning lessons as we transition into another sector of our lives, right? As we close those doors, as we ascend, as we blossom, as we heal. So I feel like she has really been planting new seeds. And it's kind of like the vision that I have in my head is skipping along and just flipping seeds everywhere, right? Something's got to come to fucking fruition. I'm just going to throw all these seeds out here and see what happens. So it's almost like that's the vision I have in my head. And it's just tossing seeds, tossing over here, tossing over there, tossing in front, tossing to the side, tossing up wherever they may land. Let them grow. And I also like, and I'm going to give a Game of Thrones reference here, the braids that are in her hair. On Game of Thrones, when Dany, Daenerys, Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains, Keeper of the Free People, whenever she had a victory, another braid was added to her hair. We can look at all the victories that she won until Drogo died, and then when she was captured by the I forget their names. I'm sorry. When she was captured by the other Drogo men, she had no braids in her hair. Her hair was completely down. So that was kind of like a defeat, if you will. And then I think when she was in the room with all of them, when she threw the fire trays over, because she was unable to be killed by fire, she destroyed all of them. And I believe she had a braid or two in her hair while she was doing that. So this braid, I feel, in her hair and the jewelry that she is wearing represents stages of her life and the successes that she has had. So what is happening very, very quickly for you. What is happening? The growth, the sustainability, the independence, the passion, the creativity, the connecting to spirit, the connecting with source, the connecting with self, the following your intuition, the peace, the tranquility. This is a Wizard of Oz moment here. You're not in Dorothy. You're not in Kansas. You're not in Dorothy anymore, Kansas. You're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. Things are going to start shifting and things are going to start changing. And just remember to prepare yourself for this move, because when it comes, it's almost as if, the planting, the throwing, whoosh, all at once. And here we have everything that you could have ever asked for is coming to fruition in some form of achievement, one way or another. And the moon is here to kind of illuminate that new path, to show you are more than you've ever given yourself credit for. And I think that for the majority of us in our lives, we've always had those people who were very much at the center and the forefront, wanting to diminish our expectations or our happiness or our opportunities or our possibilities, because they didn't have the courage to go for what they want. They wanted to diminish ours. So we didn't go for what we wanted. And in a way that has succeeded, but also in a way it was like a learning lesson, right? I am more than you have given me credit for. And I see beyond your illusion. I see that I am stronger. I am passionate. I am intuitive. I am playful. I am thankful. I am a goddess. I am strong. I am courageous. I am independent. I am creative. And for all of that, this is what I am able to do. This is what I am able to do. And there's a beautiful transformation happening. So with this two of wands energy, it's almost like, because we have the three of wands too right next to it. So when I see these two cards together, it's almost as if Spirit is saying, if you can imagine it, you can create it. It's kind of like the Field of Dreams movie. If you build it, they will come. If you imagine it, you can create it. And I think sometimes you lose sight of how courageous you are, how strong you are, how independent you are, and you forget that you can fly. You have wings, you can fly. You can go beyond your expectations and really thrive and survive if you allow yourself to. And we also have the Two of Pentacles, and I just want to say, in your past, you have allowed other people to make you feel responsible and obligated for their failings. In the past, you may have allowed other people to make you feel responsible for their shortcomings, for their failings, for their anger, for their upset, for their defeats, whatever the case may be. With this Two of Pentacles energy, there's a little imbalance there. And I want you to know, going forward from today, October the 14th, 2024, that it is not, nor was it ever, your responsibility to hold on to the shit that people have projected onto you. And now it is time to let go and to come into balance with what is truly, truly, truly yours. So the next 3 months is you going on a transformational journey. Maybe going back to school, medical school. If medical school was the first thing that came to my head, doing the things that you are passionate about, that cause a feeling of I'm alive, exhaling, being in a place of awe over what you have created and what you will continue to create, or what you will create from now until January the 15th, 14th. I keep saying 15th. Let's leave 15th there. We'll say 15th. Leave 15th. If it wants to come out, it comes out. We won't change it. If it's Spirit's will, it's Spirit's will. So there is a lot of transition, a lot of transformation, a lot of change. And what I want to say about this Three of Wands card is, just because things may get a little emotionally intense, please do not stop. Please do not feel defeated. Please do not allow yourself to go back into that heavy way of thinking, to where you're not worthy of it, because you are. And I know it. Spirit knows it. Source knows it. Your angels, your guides, your ancestors. We all know it. We're on the same page, and we need you to be on the same page with us, right? So the next 3 months for you is going to be a time of tapping more into your intuition, healing, looking at things from different perspective, closing the book on this chapter. This is done. This is over. Coming into abundance, prosperity, shifting and change, and seeing beyond the illusion, that illusion of what other people have placed upon you, right? Sometimes, if someone says something so much, we have a tendency to believe it, because why would they keep saying it if it wasn't true? Well, there are people who present themselves as in the know, right? The knowing. And they continue to say and to say and to say and to say and to say. I want to maybe make a reference of people like Charles Manson and people like I don't remember her name. Forgive me, I don't remember her name. But she was this spiritual guru, right? And these two people had a way of saying things that drew you in. That drew you in. And they preyed upon people who felt defeated, insecure, lost, abandoned, looking for some sort of sanctuary, for some sort of answers. And there are still people to this day who still follow both of these people, regardless of the atrocities they committed, regardless of regardless of the seeds they planted in the minds of those who followed them. There will be some people in your life who will attempt to plant seeds. There will be some people in your life who will continue to say the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, until you start asking yourself, am I wrong and are they right? And when you find yourself doing that, run. Run, walk away, pack a bag, leave, do whatever you have to do to get out of that energy, so you are not unintentionally sabotaging or walking away from all of this that you're creating for yourself. Look at the card look. Courage. Travel. And we also have grieving. So I feel when significant changes happen, that grieving is a part of the transformation. Grieving will always be a part of the transformation, because we're closing the door in a chapter and we're leaving a part of that, part of ourself behind. This is not just an emotional journey, a spiritual journey, a physical journey, but it's a journey of you moving towards what the universe has in store for you. I call it universal inheritance, right? We have the half moon following one's intuition. We have the star above the moon. We have this beautiful light coming from her chest area. The staff is helping her move along. It's almost like the hermit. It's going on a journey of finding oneself, moving toward your wants, needs, dreams, and desires. And with the healer of the ages, it's also important that when we go on this journey of healing, that we also go on this journey of grieving, right? We can heal all day long, but unless we allow ourselves to feel and release, we will always go back. Those old tapes will always play. So for the next 3 months, from now until the 15th of January, this is really a journey for you. A journey of courage, a journey of grieving, a journey of healing, a journey of following one's intuition, a journey of change, a journey of love. We have the card migration, intuition, adventure, and freedom. We have the card of faith, hope, inspiration, and rejuvenation. And we have the card of sorcerer, which is ambition, willpower, and creation. So I really feel like you're going to need, especially the sorcerer one and the faith one, because again, there will be people who will try to bring you over to their side, who will try to manipulate you into feeling what they feel, believing what they believe, seeing what they're seeing, and creating this false connection with you, this illusion, if you will. So follow your intuition. We have that here again. And as you step into your strength and courage, there is this willpower, there is this ambition, this hope, this inspiration, this rejuvenation, if you will. So with the Everyday Witch Oracle, I'm going to put this up here because it reminds me of the travel card. We have the sun as above, so below. We have the sun, we have the star, we have the moon. We have her using her magic to create this time of hope, of inspiration, of making these beautiful wishes. And therefore I'll put this card down, which is imagine and envision. So and the sky here is exactly the same. It's the same. Two different people, but both wanting the same thing, right? Both wanting to create that dream, but doing it in completely different ways. In the imagine and envision card, she's taking what she's drawing and writing down, and it goes from paper to mind to universe, right? And we know that, and now here's the pickle that some people have. Some people have, when we talk about imagine and envision and manifestation, they assume that if I imagine a castle is going to appear, or I'm going to have a castle, or I'm going to have an hippogriff, or I'm going to have a unicorn, an hippogriff. I know that's not the real word, but here I am saying it. It's okay. But it's not always about the feel it, see it, touch it, taste it. You know what I'm saying? We as humans need to feel it. We need to know that this is real because it feels real. We need to know that these cards are real because it feels real, and this is the message that we're getting. But sometimes when we manifest, or when we're attempting to manifest, if it doesn't come in that feel it, see it, touch it, taste it, then we don't believe it's real. I'm gonna tell you just a little personal story. I do this exercise and I say, Spirit, let me know that my ability to manifest is spot on. I would like to manifest this within 24 to 48 hours. So it was a ladybug, it was a cupcake, and it was something else. Anyway, the something else came first. I don't remember what it was, a dragonfly or something, I'm sure. And so I saw that outside, and then I went into work, and we had just got these folders in, and they had ladybugs all over them. And so there it was. So the last thing was the cupcake. And I went through my day, and I was, cupcake. And there was no cupcake. 8 hours more of work. No cupcake. And I was feeling very annoyed by the end of the day. And so as I was leaving work, across the hall from where I was working was a Pizza Hut. And next to this Pizza Hut was a new business that was opening. And I didn't realize that it was a pastry business, nor did I realize the 10-foot tall banner of a cupcake on the opposite side of the pizza promotion. And it was this 10-foot tall banner thing that spun around. So every time I looked over there, it was on the pizza thing. I didn't know there was anything behind it. So as I was leaving for work, I'm now giving it my full attention. It spins. There's a beautiful cupcake with pink frosting and all the sprinkles on top. And I said, the problem is that I wanted it so bad that I was hoping that it came to me in the form of something that I could feel, see, touch, and taste, right? I saw the dragonfly. I could feel the ladybug picture. But as far as the cupcake, I was thinking, well, maybe my powers of manifestation aren't that good because no one brought me a cupcake, and I didn't see a cupcake, and I didn't feel it, and I didn't touch it, and I didn't. But at the end of the day, I'm leaving. So it's about perspective, I think, right? If you're wishing, hoping, manifesting for a castle, make sure that you're open to seeing the castle. Just because it's not a ticket to Count Dracula's castle in Transylvania or Romania, it doesn't mean that your powers of manifestation are no good. It just means that you have to look at things from a completely different perspective. So we have earth magic. This really talks about grounding is very important. We have the full moon here. We have the full moon here. I think we have a full moon coming up on the 17th of October. So really allow yourself to be present. Your goddess is Freya, pleasure. Allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to feel the pleasure. Allow yourself to feel the joy of manifestation. Allow yourself to feel the joy of healing. Allow yourself to experience the pleasure from the healing, from the manifestation, from the hope, the rejuvenation, from the freedom, from the adventure, from the intuition. Allow yourself to feel pleasure where you desire to feel pleasure. I know that there are some of us who find it very hard to find pleasure in a lot of things. And I think it's because we are all stoved up with what society says that we should find pleasure in. And I think that we can find pleasure in whatever the fuck we want to find pleasure in. I don't care if it's running around butt naked in your house with a towel around your head, pretend to be naked, woman or man. I don't care. If it's pleasurable to you, do it. I don't care if it's sitting down binge watching Netflix. If it's pleasurable to you, do it. I don't care if it's putting on your slinkiest, sexiest dress and your dark shade of lipstick with your stiletto heels and going out and dancing and tapping into your sensuality. If it's pleasurable to you, do it. We have scavenge. You never have to do that. Don't ever do that. Don't ever scavenge. Don't ever think for 1 minute that all your worth is second best. Don't ever think that. So with our tea leaf cards, we have woman, dealings or relationships with a woman. The egg, the golden egg, is about success assured with good plans and hard work. Now the last card is dragon, and dragon is about self-delusion. And I can't help but to think that there is a woman in your life who may be making you feel as if you're delusional, or as if you have to scavenge for what you want, or compromise your integrity, or right. And it's funny that I mentioned Daenerys in the beginning, and the dragon is here. I also want you to not. Okay, so going back to the Daenerys and the dragon, there were scenes from Game of Thrones where the dragon was eating up all the sheep, and there was kind of like nothing left for the dragon to eat because the dragon was eating everything. Try not to consume everything all at once. Take your time. Enjoy it. Find the pleasure in what you're manifesting. Find the pleasure in what you're achieving. Find the pleasure in what you're receiving. Find the pleasure in tapping into your intuition. Find the pleasure in healing. Find the pleasure in manifesting and changing and ascending. You don't have to consume everything all at once, right? You consume everything all at once, you find yourself then working really, 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 really hard looking for something to find that pleasure in. If you're consuming everything all at once, take your time, enjoy it, find pleasure in it. All the hard work that you've been doing is paying off. And from now until January the 15th, you're going to reap the rewards of all of that seed throwing, right? But don't go hog wild crazy and picking them all at once, right? Pick some, do some stuff, give yourself a little time to indulge, enjoy, and then go back out, succeed a little bit more. Bring it all in. Give yourself a little time to enjoy. Give yourself a little time to find pleasure. Give yourself a little time to rejuvenate, right? Through this process. Give yourself a little time to rejuvenate. And as far as relationships with other people, make sure that you are not allowing them to make you feel that you are out of your head, that you are... that all of this hard work that you're doing is for naught, because all we are people, and we work and we live and we die, and that's it, right? That's not it. There's so much more to it than that. It's just not that cut and dry. It's not that cut and dry. I know people have their beliefs, and some people say, well, the universe is this, or the sky is this thing, and beyond that is the universe, and there's all of these planets, and somewhere way beyond wherever there is a person behind pearly gates sitting on a thing, and then there he is, and then there's other people who judge you or don't judge you before you go in, and if you don't, you go to hell, whatever. It's not that cut and dry. It's not that point blank right there in your face. There is so much more to this world, to the universe, to spirit, to source. There's so much more. There's layers and layers and layers, and we haven't even began to peel it all back, right? We're at such an elementary level of what our experience and what is being shown to us. So allow yourself to look at these things from different perspectives, and allow yourself to enjoy, to find pleasure and the experiences that you'll be experiencing for the next 3 months. And know that you are divinely guided and loved. And my friends, until next time, take care of you. Bye. Pile number 2, the beautiful black candle. This is the pile I've chosen. I apologize that it was late. Been going through some stuff. Still going through some stuff. But here's your reading. So, the black candle. We are going to... usually I have something to say. But as far as the black candle, I don't it just went out. Look at that. See how the light keeps flickering? I just feel that those of us who have picked pile 2 is just so exhausted, right? And I really feel like we need, look, there it goes again. I really feel like we need to get more and more in touch with our spirit self, our source self, who we are as divine beings having this experience. So here we are. We're all tied up. We don't know. And there is a sense of uncertainty, I think, with pile 2. There is this sense of, I don't know what direction I'm going. The strategy card is all about making plans toward the future, choosing a direction, saving money, communicating, different ways of communicating. And there is this energy of listening to your heart and being grateful and thankful for everything that you have. But there's also this energy of, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to, it's like, I'm going to tell you my experience, and this is true. I have so much going on at the moment, and I've chosen this pile. I have so much going on at the moment. I have a business to where I buy and sell things. I also have this. I also have to be in Vegas in November. Winter is coming. We just had a family member that passed. Eric's mother's sister passed yesterday. They're all, and finances are tight. Money is tight. The money that's coming in is barely enough to keep my head above water. We got ripped off of $600 and something for a tree trimming job. We had to pay somebody else $600 to redo the job or to fix it. We spent all day Sunday, or Saturday or Sunday, I don't know, fixing our gas heater because we couldn't afford the $125 an hour to have somebody else come out and fix it. Eric's visor on his parking light, whatever, went out. So there's just all of these things happening at once. And then Spirit goes, you got to look toward the future. You got to strategize and plan. You got to journal and log and all of this and be grateful and open your heart. And I'm like, yeah, but how do I do that when I am completely astonishingly overwhelmed with everything that I have on my plate at the moment? Where do I fit that in? And I really feel like in the next 3 months, those of us who picked pile 2 or the black candle will be coming back to life, if that makes sense. We'll be coming back to life. There are things that are going to be starting to come together, to work out, to really coming together, work out. There are decisions that we are going to have to make. And this is what I want to say, that some of the decisions may not be, some of the decisions that we're going to have to make in the next 3 months may not be the popular decision, but it's going to be decisions that are best for us. We know that with the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is all about just cutting through the shit, right? Just cutting through the drama, cutting through the chaos, cutting through the indecision. We have the quill there, we have the quill here, and just doing it, right? I think those of us who've chosen pile 2, we make decisions based on how everybody else feels about the decisions that we make. We take into consideration how this person may feel, how that person may feel, how that person may feel, how that person may feel. And then there's a moment where we ask ourselves, are the decisions that they make in their life, do they think about how we feel? Do they take our feelings into consideration when they're making the decisions on what they need to do in their lives? So I'm not saying tit for tat, but I'm saying we, because I chose this pile, we can't go living our lives fearing hurting other people's feelings by the decisions that we make, especially if those other people do not feel the same. We are not obligated. We are not responsible to create a life for ourselves based on the feelings of other people and how they will react to the life we are building. Right? So with that Queen of Swords energy, it's about coming into a time of stability and a time of balance. The blue is speaking one's truth. The yellow is the intuition, the crystal that she is sitting on. She's very grounded, very stable, very balanced. She's writing into existence her life, her desires, her passions. And then there's a sense of changing the way she does it, right? There's a sense of changing how she feels, changing her thoughts, changing the thought process. There is no more thinking of, well, if I do this, will it hurt them, hinder them, or please them? If I do this, will it be successful or will it fail? If I do this, and we're basing all of these thoughts, decisions. There's a squirrel with a nut outside my window. Hey, little guy, how you doing? Hi. He's looking at me. He's got a nut. Go bury it somewhere. Thank you. So we are making all of our decisions based on emotion and how other people will feel about it. And we have to change that. We have to change that, or we are always going to find ourselves repeating the same situation and constantly wondering how other people feel about it. Are they disappointed? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are. And we know by past experiences that we have been, and I think we do this because of the past experiences, because we don't want anyone to feel as if we've hurt them the way we've been hurt in the past, right? So it's overcoming that feeling of hurt and betrayal and manipulation and deception, right? It's stepping into our divine power and changing the way we think about how we create and how we manifest and how we thrive and how we survive, and not depending on what others think about it if we go forward or not, right? So if I was to tell my best friend, I think that I can be very successful doing A, B, C, and they said, you're wasting your time. And I had proof that I could be very successful, but they continued to tell me that I'm wasting my time, and they've seemed quite disappointed. Now, Mary Elizabeth from in the day would reject that position and would follow the advice of her friend and not disappoint them because I didn't follow their advice. The Mary Elizabeth now would say, well, I fucking got to do something. You're not paying my bills. You're not putting food on the table. There's no one paying, for my heater to be fixed. There's no one paying for my hot water heater to be fixed. There's no one paying for my tree to be trimmed. There's no one paying my mortgage. There's no one paying to put gas in my car or groceries on the table, right? So if this position can offer me the amount of money that I need to get ahead instead of falling behind, then regardless of what they feel, it has to be done. It has to be done. And if I feel that creating, stepping out of my comfort zone and creating a more sustainable tarot business or a more buy and sell business, and by taking this job, by taking a separate job, regardless of their disappointment in me or not, is even going to help me be more successful in this or that, then this is something that I'm going to have to do. In the past, it just feels like that every single time you've made a decision, that it was always based on how people felt about it. And then there was this energy or feeling of betrayal because they would go off and do almost something similar that you wanted to do, but never asked your opinion or listened to how you felt or what you had to say. So it's most definitely time for a really huge shift and a really huge change in the way you feel, the way you think, the way you the way you make your the way we make our decisions, the way we feel, the way we think. So there should be no more feeling left alone or left out in the cold or looking for some sort of sanctuary of some answers, because we have all of that within ourselves. It's this continuing to work on oneself and continuing to work on our dreams and our desires, and not allowing anyone else to be the yes or no, right? The yes or no is here. It's you, it's me, it's us, right? We can't depend on other people to lay the foundation of our success for us, because I feel with some, that foundation would be a little janky, because there, and then we have the King of Swords bringing logic, and the Queen of Swords is very logical as well. So I feel this is you tapping into your divine masculine and feminine, or perhaps maybe you have this King of Swords energy who is really looking out for you and really helping you through this. I mean, look at all these swords. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 swords. So this is all mental. This is all what you're thinking about, and what you, and maybe even what you feel that you can't make a decision on, right? Spirit is saying, follow your heart. Spirit is saying, look toward the future. Spirit is saying, make a plan. Spirit is saying, write it all down, log it all out, find different ways of communicating and different ways of feeling or researching, or all of this. And we're saying, yeah, but how? And Spirit is saying, well, open your heart to it and be grateful for what you have, and the rest will follow. And then the Six of Swords is like, we have to change the way we think about our existence, where we're going, what we're doing, how we're feeling. We have to change the way we feel about all of that, because if we don't, then it is just going to be a repetition of cycles. We have confidence, stepping into one's confidence. We have strength, stepping into one's courage and strength. The first, if you were attracted to the boot, the witch's boot, strength card was in that one as well. And we have financial success. So look at what we have here. We have swords and pentacles, right? How do we make the money? How do we come into abundance? How do we strengthen our financial health? How do we get the confidence and the strength to acquire or step into this transformational energy? It's all changing the perspective, change the way we think, change the way we feel, change the way we perceive. So let's see, we have flow, here we go, recovery, moving on, finding peace. So in the next 3 months for you, Black Candle, pile 2, I feel like this is a time to make a decision. Step into your confidence, step into that Queen of Swords energy, step into that King of Swords energy, and start flipping the script on the way you think. You are not abandoned, you are not alone, you've not been cast out. It's just that when you start changing the way that you think, those who have been trying to manipulate you into doing things that they would do as opposed to the things that you would do, they're going to be a distant memory, if that makes sense. Because narcissists and people who like to control, that is what they thrive on. That's what they get their rocks off on. That's what they thrive on. If someone comes up, if you have this brilliant, amazing, wonderful idea, and you know that it's $1 million idea, and you know it's going to be successful, if your friend or partner or somebody says, you know what, I think that's a waste of time and money and thought, and I don't think it'll be as successful as you think it is, and every single word that comes out of their mouth is against what it is that you know can be successful and could make you happy and could bring in money, then there is one or two things going on. Either they need to feel like they are in control and the only one in control, or they don't want you to be successful and happy. They would rather have you where you are so they can feel the control, so they can feel in power, in charge, on top. So We also have wisdom, independent thinking, and enlightenment. I love the independent thinking. So in the next 3 months, you're going to find yourself no longer tied up. You're going to find yourself no longer able to make a decision. You are going to recover from all of that. You're going to find peace and confidence within yourself. You're going to move forward into your wisdom and independent thinking and enlightenment, your connection with spirit and source. And we have beloved. And it looks like there's a new love coming in, an intertwinement, a love, a passion. So we are harvesting what it is that we've created. We're harvesting all of that, and we're on our way to planting more seeds. We have affirmations of growth, planting more seeds. Look at the little kitty cat planting more seeds. And we have fire magic. So this is tapping into your passion and really setting the intention of change, setting the intention of your desire. And look what we have here. We have release. That's like the judgment card. Releasing yourself from that old, right? Releasing yourself from that old version of you. This is ascending to a higher level of confidence, ascending to a higher level of independence, ascending to a higher level of wisdom, ascending to a higher level of enlightenment, making the decisions that you need to make to step into your financial health, no longer feeling alone or abandoned. You're going with the flow. You're going with what feels right. The goddess that we have today is Maeve. She's our heroine, the challenger. So look at her. Look at her. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, yes. So she's like, yeah, I don't think so. Let me back clean up here. Let me take care of what needs to be taken care of. Let me challenge the status quo. Let me recognize and understand why these people who try to tell me they have my best interest at heart are trying to create an energy of foul, or trying to create an energy of disappointment, or an energy of defeat around me or within me. I release all of that in the next 3 months. I release it. I harvest, I plant seeds, I work with the fire that is within, with the fire that is within me. I set that intention, and my intention is to no longer allow myself, or no longer to allow the past to dictate my present moment or my future. I step into my strength, and I step into my confidence, and I make the decisions that I need to make. What does she have on that? What is that? I don't know what it is, but it's pretty gnarly. And the wolf is eating it. And look at the wolf. The wolves are out of the smoke, right? That creates her. And there's all this battle going on in the background. And here she is getting her, getting her 5 minutes in, looking very royal, regal, noble, powerful. And it's like there's a sense of recharging with Maeve, with this challenger card. I feel kind of rejuvenated and recharged, right? So it's almost as if with what she has here, and I'm afraid to say that it's someone who was wearing a helmet, who, yes, that's exactly what it is. This is the helmet, and this is whom was in the helmet, and the rest of him seems to be gone. So I think she challenges the status quo, and she challenges those old beliefs of the past, and she challenges those red tapes, those old tapes, if you will. She challenges what we feel that we know about ourselves. She challenges us to think more, to broaden our horizons, to think outside of the box. I love it. We have rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. We have dog barking, advice from a friend, and we have a bow. You are highly thought of. So I feel for the next 3 months for you, Candle, for us, is setting the intention and making it known that We are releasing ourselves from responsibility or obligation of making everyone around us happy. We are now planting the seeds of our own greatness. We are following our intuition. We are unlocking doors and opportunities as we go. We are putting logic behind everything that we do. We are thinking it through. We are no longer the victim. We are the heroine. We are the hero of our own story. We are wise. We are intelligent. We are abundant. We are prosperous. And we are confident. And we are stepping into a time of an amazing transformation. Black candle, pile number 2. Please, please know that you are so divinely guided and loved. And until next time. No, I don't want to say it yet. I want to look at the rainbow. Because the rainbow has every color of the chakra in it. We have our base. We have yellow or orange, which is our pleasure, our sensuality, our intuition, our gratefulness, gratitude, our heart. We have the blue, which is our throat chakra. We have the purple, which is us connecting to spirit and source. And we have that white, which kind of goes above that, right? So I really feel like for the next 3 months, you are stepping also into your divine energy as well, your divine spiritual energy as well, following the wisdom of the owl, going with the flow, accepting love, having these really strong, committed relationships. So first and foremost, it's about regaining the confidence, making the decisions, tapping into strength, and loving yourself. Releasing whatever has been hindering you and feeling good about the decisions that you're making, and continuing to work on self, or continuing to build that foundation of what it is that you have been working on. Right here, right now, we are accepting the fruits of our labor, and right here we are planting the seeds. And 3 months from now, your existence will be completely, absolutely different. Know that you are so divinely guided and loved. And until next time, take care of you. Bye. All right, pile number 3. If you have chosen pile number 3, the spider. The first word that I'm getting for you, pile number 3, the spider, is to hibernate, right? This is time for you to step into hermit mode. This is a time for you to reevaluate or evaluate or look at things from a different perspective, or really give yourself time to think about what you want instead of charging in to making any decisions, instead of just striking. Give yourself time to think about what you want, what your needs and desires are. I feel that's very important for you. You are the only one who got 4 of the energy oracle. So let's see. Yin and yang, contract, woman holding coin or heart, and Archangel Ariel. Well, we're finding the balance, the ebb and flow, and we're having blind faith that things are working out in our favor here. In love, in creativity, sensuality, happiness, passion, transition, transformation. We are hoping. We have 22 and 44. Balance, stability, celebration, passion, rejuvenation. Really about having blind faith in spirit source. Balancing karmic scales. If you are in the process of signing any contracts, and when I say signing contracts, I mean getting married, signing any kind of court contracts, litigation, anything like that. This is reading the fine print. Be careful, recognize, understand, you know what you're signing. The woman holding heart, pleasure, transformation, seduction. I mean, look at her. She's all tempting. She's very lightly holding that heart, so she is ready to love again, ready to live again, ready to step into her sensuality, her passion. Um, so I really feel that for you, Spider, pile number 3, that for the next 3 months from now until the 15th of January, this is really about you stepping in um, balance and stability, passion, sensuality, transformation, having faith, a lot of faith that everything is working out exactly as it should for you, and not allowing yourself to fall back into those old habits. The Empress, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So I really do feel, and I don't know if any of you are getting married, one of you, two of you, three of you, four of you, getting married, having a baby, whatever. But that yin and yang, that contract, and that woman holding heart, and in the second chakra, the chakra of sensuality and creativity and passion. And with that Empress, I kind of really feel that some of you are planting the seeds of having babies, getting married, starting a new life, creating a stable, happy, abundant, balanced foundation for yourself and your family. The Empress is the divine goddess. She is the mother, the creator, planting those wonderful seeds, having faith. And it's not just having faith, it's being very loyal to the seeds that you were planting, being very loyal to your dreams and desires, and having fun, and just being in this energy of creation, being in this energy of dreams coming true, being in this energy of peace, and a very well maintained and well balanced, structured foundation. We can see in the Nine of Cups that there are things going chaotic around her. We have the tide coming in, it's threatening her sandcastle. We have the cat and then the crab going at it. But she's in this moment of tranquility. She's in this moment of connecting with spirit. She's in this moment of knowing that no matter what else happens around me, I determine what happens here within me. Regardless of what happens around me, I get to determine how I feel about that, right? If she was to open her eyes and see the sandcastle about to take a drink, or the cat and the crab about to get into it, she would most likely freak out because she wouldn't want the cat to hurt the crab, or the crab to hurt the cat, or the sandcastle to be destroyed. But she knows that there are some things that are just completely out of one's control, right? There's just some things that are completely out of one's control. You can throw those seeds, and you can, hope for the best, and you hope that whatever is created or manifested out of those seeds are sustainable for you, right? With that Two of Wands energy, this is stepping into that passion, that inspiration, that desire to create, to manifest. And the Two of Wands is all about imagination and inspiration. And it's going from what she's imagining out into the universe, and then having the patience to allow it to create, to manifest, to come in, right? So the next 3 months for you, Spider, is all about finding that balance, and also about the sensuality, the passion and inspiration and independence, the sensuality for self. I think a lot of us, we get so pigeonholed, held into what society's standards are of that sensuality of a woman, that we forget how to be sensual. We forget how to be sexy. We forget how to tempt, and we forget how to seduce, and we forget what pleasure feels like, right? And so I think for the next 3 months for you, Spider, this is all about going into hermit mode. And I kind of feel it's about using that time to recognize what you want out of your life, and to build a solid foundation the foundation that you desire to build, not what others have built for you or what society thinks that your foundation should look like, but this is what you're building for yourself. Partnerships, companionships, new friendships, perhaps a baby on the way, perhaps a marriage, perhaps you're building your own business. And all of these things, you are being asked to have patience, plant those seeds, be loyal and committed, find time to play, find time to imagine, find time to conceive, conceive new ideas, conceive this inspiration, this foundation, conceive. It all starts with conception, doesn't it? A little bit of everything does, doesn't it? Conception. We plant the seeds, right? And we have to have the patience in order to allow this to set roots and to grow and to expand and hope that it's healthy, that it's thriving, that it is able to be sustainable when it becomes more mature. So that Empress and that Nine of Cups and that Two of Wands, I really, and with the rest of the cards, I really feel that this is you setting groundwork for something amazing, something brilliant, something new, something fresh. Again, I can't help but to talk about a relationship or a marriage or birth. With that contract and that woman holding heart, and that sensuality and passion and pleasure, I just keep wondering if someone is starting a new home, buying a new home, getting married, having kids. So let's see what our next cards are. So we have the High Priestess with the Empress. Shut up and get out. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Four, and the Devil. All right. So there's a lot of divine feminine energy here. The Empress, the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles. So along with that woman holding heart, and Archangel Ariel, I really feel like that you are setting this groundwork to become that divine being that you've always wanted yourself to be. Does that make sense? With that High Priestess, there is this unveiling of something, right? The lifting of a veil. Again, a little bit there, a little hint there to maybe marriage. The lifting of the veil, the seeing the unseen. The pomegranates are all about pleasure. Pomegranates are all about pleasure and sensuality. The half moon, intuition. Of course, we know that the sword is the thoughts. The wands are the passion. The cups are the emotion. And the pentacles are your everyday feel it, see it, touch it, taste it, live it life. So I really feel like you are starting to see things. That spirit is starting to show you things, and you are really starting to see how things should be. And with that Queen of Pentacles energy, we have the rabbit, that is fertility, the butterfly, which is transformational energy. And I love how the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess are looking at each other, and it's almost as if they are molding or conforming this Empress into who she is, right? Is that weird for me to say? A little bit, maybe? No, I don't think so. It's what I feel, so I'm going with it. It's almost as if they are, with the fertility and the passion and of the pomegranate and the veil being lifted, this really is giving me marriage vibes, committed to self, committed to rebirth, committed to feeling that love and sensuality for self, committed to releasing and letting go of things that you can no longer control. And then the Four of Wands, we have this wonderful celebration, again, passion, independence, creativity, strength, and courage. 22, 44, 2, 4. Then we have the Devil, right? So the Devil's coming along. And so, okay, first of all, I want to say that the Devil could be you feeling as if you won't be satisfied unless things turn out the way you want them to, right? This is having your mind set to a particular something. My mind is set to this particular thing, and this is how I want this particular thing to go. And if it doesn't go the way I want it to, then fuck the whole thing. I don't care. Right? And just like that, it's a give up because it's not coming out the way you want it to come out. And Spirit is here to say that sometimes things don't always come out the way we imagine them to, but they are coming out. They are working out. They are manifesting. It is creating. It is coming to fruition. Just because it hasn't come to fruition in the 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, this way, that way that you wanted it to, doesn't mean that it isn't celebratory. It isn't an excitement. It isn't happy. It isn't turning out the way you wanted it to turn out. Sometimes things don't come A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes things come 1, 2, a zillion, and then A, B, Z. And even some letters that are not even in the alphabet. So we have to look at it from the perspective of this portion of what I am trying to manifest is a success. I will take that as a success. I will be grateful for it. I will put my gratitude and my energy behind the next step, and then I will move forward, right? So try not to be so headstrong and hell-bent on creating this particular thing, this particular way. And also, we know that the devil could also be trying to tempt you out of doing something your way and doing it their way. Never give in to the devil's temptation. It's always bad. So the next 3 months, you're going to be living your life purpose. You're also going to be reconciling. Now, this reconciliation could be with self or it could be with someone else, but there is a reconciliation coming. And Spirit wants you to know that all the answers that you are looking for are within self. There is no reason for you to go off in the hills on yonder or look for these answers that you have within yourself somewhere else. You have the key. You have the clarity to set the intentions, the higher calling, the high priestess, the empress. There's no need for you to go look for the answers that you seek somewhere else. You have them all within you. We have flight. There's opportunity here. There's prosperity and there's new adventure. And we also have cage, the freedom, the release, the reclaiming one's power with that high priestess and that empress. So this is a beautiful, look at this, 26, 27, 28. So there's this wonderful transformation happening for you, pile number 3. But it's a transformation in a completely different way than what you might think. I think that this is this transformational energy that is coming in for you for the next 3 months, pile number 3, is offering you a bit of understanding and a bit of patience on just because things don't work out how you think they should work out doesn't mean that they're not working out. You take the successes where you can get them and you put that energy behind being more successful. That high priestess, that empress, that queen of pentacles energy, that 4 of wands, that 2 of wands energy. I mean, there's no bad card here except for the devil, and that devil could be you. You could be your own worst enemy. So don't be your own worst enemy, right? Try to bring things into balance. Try to allow yourself to be open to these beautiful opportunities that are around you. Find the joy. Look, find the joy and the delight. Make a move. Do what needs to be done. And speak your mind. Speak your truth. Look at them. They're both making wishes. Blowing these wishes into existence. I talked about that in pile 1. All right, so for your goddess, we have, ooh, that's scary. The Qualipalink? It's a warning. It's a warning. Here's what this is the card. It's a warning. Here's what I want to say. Don't let other people feed off of your energy. That's what I want to say about that. Don't let other people feed off of your energy. So that devil could be someone else. It could be someone tempting you. Look, we also have fear. My goodness. Don't let other people feed off of your energy. Don't let other people talk you into, this could be fear of success or fear of people coming back. Fear of, look at this. someone working against you behind your back. Someone is behaving stupid. And there's a strong emotion behind that. Passion, love, or hate. So there are other people trying to feed off of your energy. There are other people trying to manipulate you into doing things that they want you to do. There's someone working against you, working behind your back, and it may be causing a little bit of fear within you, making this transformation. You could be afraid of getting married. You could be afraid of stepping into this relationship. You could be afraid that this person may be trying to take advantage of you, and you have every right to be afraid. With the devil, with the rat, with the monster. You know what I think? I don't really speak on it, but this is what I think. I think that if you have that much fear that this person you're attempting or wanting to get into a relationship with, or you're wanting to get married to, may be trying to hold you back or keep you caged, okay, fuck it. I think that you should back away. I think that you should move away. Now, if this person is someone who is trying to stop you from getting married, or stop you from getting into this relationship, or stop you from getting into this partnership, that's a whole nother thing. But the devil and the monster and the fear and the someone working against you and the passion card and the someone acting stupid, that kind of gives me a little bit of hesitation. I mean, yeah, we have sensuality and we have passion. We have the high priestess and we have the empress. We have the Queen of Pentacles too. So you could be, the veil could be lifting and you could be seeing all of this kind of play out in front of you, and you're just needing confirmation if it's yes or no. The answer is yes, it is playing out in front of you. Yes, you have a reason to be, scared or warned if there are people working against you behind your back. And this could be the answer that you're looking for to kind of find the freedom that you feel that you need, right? That inner calling, that clarity says, I need to be free. I need to get out. The answers are within you, right? So in the beginning, we talked about passion. We talked about marriage, relationships, partnerships. We talked about sensuality. We talked about lifting the veil. So now that we have these cards at the end, this could be very much someone trying to work against you, right? We have the Four of Wands. This is a celebration in your favor, a celebration in someone else's favor. This could be someone getting married. This could be a wedding, a proposal. But if there is all of this fear created around this partnership or relationship, then I would definitely be a little bit hesitant. I would definitely be a little bit hesitant and kind of take a step back and look at this from a different perspective. I think that we, in the spider, we talked about being in the hermit mode. We talk about not striking too quickly, not making a move too quickly. So with that butterfly in a cage up there in the cage card, and there's a reclaiming of purpose, a releasing and a freedom, I really feel that some of you may be very excited about what is to come, but there may be someone who isn't working on you. Now, this could have already happened, and this could be the reconciliation, right? This could have already happened. This could be the reconciliation. So again, this is a general reading. So this could be very much hitting for all of you, just in very different ways. So know that you are divinely guided and loved. And I'll talk to you guys soon.